As they go straight into the B-bomb site.
Julies are out again, Snappy fishing through the smoke, but Madden's the one to get dropped first. There goes Pius as well. Hardship for Ence early in this pistol round. 5 players still up for G2. Things could change quickly though, with Hunter and JKS with a combined 25 HP. 4v3 for G2. Now the numbers are more, well, they were even for a second. Diha coming through now into the 2-1-2. Patient shots the range onto Hooksy, going for that reload. Is there a kit on the floor, I wonder? The bomb's going to be touched, but so will Snappy and Diha, touched by the USP and the Glock, held by G2, which allows them to take the pistol. Pius leaving a little extra in the hole. So far, not so good for Ence. Ancient will be critical for them. It is the pick of G2, of course, but really, no one wants to face G2 on Nuke, maybe apart from FaZe. That's always high entertainment. No kills on their force buy then, which means they don't... The CDA site is quickly being surrounded and no one is really there at the moment. Nert's trying to hold down the donut position, loses his duel to Hunter. And that means that Ence have lost position as far as A is concerned.
Nice response from Diha though, quickly coming in for that flank. Hunter might not be ready, and in the meantime, Madden gets a kill towards the bomb site. So a tough post plant here for G2, even though they get that bomb down. It's JKS able to get something going early, but they need more where that came from. He's stuck on the bomb site. Maybe not the best spot to be in here. Ooh, Nico tries to stray into the open, but Ence do a solid job at coordinating that retake, and they pick up their first CT round. G2 don't have the bomb here, even though they're approaching this A site. Oh, they haven't even cleared Madden. The molly hasn't spread to him.
Oh, they're in some trouble now. Or are they?
No.
He hasn't got the sound cue. JKS.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's made a sound! Oh, that was so bizarre, but indeed the bomb still hasn't been rescued and the numbers are dwindling now. Oh, Hunter trying to sell the A bomb site, but he will be claimed. Trying to make some space for himself. Spotted Diha. Surely Pius will go for a push here, he does! A miss from m0NESY. Normally you see him land those quick scopes, not on this occasion though. Maybe even 3. But it is beyond borderline.
I mean, that's just so quick. The counter-aggression from Pius was well worked. In the first gun round, they got pretty active towards mid. Able to get that flank through. And in that round, they go aggressive to B. This crossfire will be deadly. Pistol out for Diha to seal the deal and to tie things up.
They've got 4 players here already. Oh, Snappy had an angle though, but he didn't have enough of the spray. Madden jiggling. He'll only need 1 shot for JKS. JKS is a dangerous player. Gets some damage in first. Flashbang is perfect. Madden's lighting them up now. The bomb's not even planted just yet. And Ence trying to retake control. Down to the 2-1-2 now. So we've got a lurker from both sides. Hunter trying to flank while the smoke is up. And while nothing happens, Madden has to wonder. Does he look on the smoke? He does, but he can't stop Hunter. And that leaves Nertz in the clutch now. New man on the block. Coming in from the back. That bomb needs to be picked up. So many places for them to look now. If he waits until one player is planting the bomb, then he would be in a strong position. A great angle for him. Spots Nico as well. Doesn't get the headshot though. Scores tied once again.
What made it so awkward, but thankfully Nico gets that important shot in the clutch. Now Ence starting to run low on cash. That's a great spam from Nertz, but here comes Diha. Overrun instantly.
There are 2 smokes for G2, so they can hold the bomb site for a time if they can stop Nertz in this position. We see the jump peek from m0NESY. Both players have the info. Some nice flashes, which could have allowed him to peek, but that Molotov is very timely indeed for G2. Gives them some extra time now. 3 versus 4 for G2. I don't know if that was a mouse bug or what. Madden switching to a grenade. That gives them opportunity for G2, but the numbers are still low. JKS in the clutch again. But the numbers are just overwhelming. Ence using... They have a minute on the clock as well. m0NESY creeping around. He might spot some of Madden here. But down goes AWP. The gamble hasn't paid off in that respect, but Nico lurking certainly will. G2 had the man advantage. That won't last very long as Huxi is dropped, and so is the bomb. Nuts looking for the lurker, and Nico, great headshot from him. These last two players have Kevlar. They don't have a primary weapon, though. You see JKS getting his bell rung. Only a P250 to fight with. Trying to do some more damage. Great peek from Nuts once again. Delivering versus G2. That's what we want to see. Not the most dangerous round, but there's still pressure to deliver. And they'll have to be paranoid about the mid position as well. We've got a smoke towards Red Room from G2, which really denies a lot of information towards Ence. And that might slow down their rotation because there might be two different flanks happening. In the meantime, JKS is dropped and the bomb won't make it to the bomb site. It's a great Molotov. And look at the... I mean, is that even a retake? It's a retake of the site. They don't lose a single player, Ence.
B site being very vulnerable. They're confident in this A rotation, and it might pay off for them. What an angle from Nuts. Bomb drop briefly. JKS gets it back, but they need to activate here, G2. They're taking a lot of time, and Hunter only able to find one. Now Dihar could be vulnerable here to two angles. JKS swings from the other side, but the trade found from Madden. That bomb is dropped with only 20 seconds remaining, and they're stuck behind a smoke right now. Oh, big kill from m0NESY. 10 seconds. Can G2 get here in time? Madden might just try and play for time. He's going to run. Have they got that bomb down? It looks like they might. It's close, but they've got it. And now Madden has to try this retake, and they know exactly where he is. Flash in, but m0NESY closes. It was so close on the time, but G2 find a 7th.
Snappy is indeed lurking very far behind, making sure that St. Pius' 6 is covered. Nico will head towards the donut position. I think he may have made some steps there to try and bait Snappy out, and that's worked out wonders for him as he finds another one now, and the numbers are turning around all of a sudden. Dihar and St. Pius remain all these players in the red for G2 if they can find the connections, but they can't.
You felt like they had that, but Nico, as you said, the steps to bait Snappy in initially, and then these are just some banger shots. Spots Nuts from the side.
A lot of time here for Ence. They are bunched up though. I want to see this Mag 7 come into action for Huxi. He is pretty far away though. But things are getting pretty close to winning the round as far as G2 are concerned. Dihar with 14 HP is all that remains now. That Mag 7 will be a great way to finish things off. Huxi closing the distance. And there we go, the meat shots from that Mag 7. Don't see those very often, but here we are.
G2 still able to scrape out a bye into this round, but Ence all out towards A early.
Straight through the smoke. That trade is so important for Ence, but m0NESY is here, and that's going to be a problem. He's got rifle support as well, and St. Pius will be in an awkward position, trying to peek on that angle.
Is he confident enough to push through? It looks like it. Meanwhile, Hunter on this bomb site will try to hold himself. Nice kill onto the first man. Flash is perfect, but Dihar still gets the kill while blind. Huxi did get to activate on that flank, but has Dihar found the gap? 20 seconds. Does he decide to run this to B? Wow, Huxi's come back. He's trying to cover this off, but he's almost caught off guard.
Towards mid, in the smoke for the time being. He still has Dihar in T spawn to throw some flashes for him. Hunter's completely blind. There's the opening kill. Nico with the burst, looking for a second. We'll see if one is enough. JKS spotting in mid for the time being as we see a full rotation from A towards B.
Still so much pressure on this round for G2. Their money could be broken. JKS with a dodgy looking spray eventually converts it. m0NESY with one of his own, but look at the health on these G2 players.
If Dihar's focused on his right-hand side, it is going to be really hard for G2 to find anything from these angles. You can see him walking in now. Manages to dodge the bullets, though. Where is the second player? JKS still here, and he'll be dealt with as well. They just don't have the HP to take the fights. Very strong situation for Ence. But it's one thing to be in a good situation. It's another thing to take it over the line. There's plenty more work for them to do.
The timing of the flashes has been the main thing that G2 haven't been able to deal with. Pius instantly up with this orb, looking
Oh
for the
my
opener,
days.
and Nico gets sat down.
Oh, the 5-7 will deliver in mid. Pius with a tag, and he'll follow up with it. That is important. Look at the urgency from Ence. They know G2 are weak. G2 decided to keep the money together. The two players who were fragged in the last round.
G2 losing so many players early in these rounds. They can't handle the aggression from Ence right now. Pretty much every CT has learned that exact angle to try and spray players that are running close, tight to that wall through the smoke. Now Sunpius boosted. As he was winning this fight on the other side. This time he wins it on the CT side. And surely no way in for Ence now.
Even if they can't win the round, damage could be enough.
Ooh.
And that's like 12k of damage immediately. We'll see if Snappy can do any more. Going for the bomb plant, actually. And now he's in the clutch. He's got further than we could have expected in a 2 versus 5, 1v3, and JKS has the angles. That will limit how much money they lose in this one. AWP can be rescued. 2 AKs as well in the hands of G2. The task to come is not going to be easy.
Yeah, I love the body language, the hand signals, trying to make sure everyone is calm and focused at the same time.
JKS and Hoopsy have to get their skates on. Indeed, it is going to be one, but if they spray this smoke, then they're going to be on the floor very quickly indeed. Nico finds something though, changes the angle. Hoopsy activates somehow from that mid position. Nurse looking for a flanker, and suddenly there's only 2 players remaining for Ence. Dihar and Sunpius have got a lot of frags to find. The CTs are coming from every angle. Hoopsy creeping by the cave position. JKS coming from T-Rap. That's one dealt with. Hoopsy just around the corner. And now Sunpius is alone. 5 HP and a dream. 1 versus 3. And Hoopsy will deliver. That was a...
They started to come back into it now. Ence take a timeout ahead of this round. That was the spray through the smoke which dropped the bomb. And then the boost from Nico on top of it. Good time. See if that works out for him behind the smoke. Flash is coming in again. Hunter unable to get back. They just keep finding him, and Nuts even doubles down.
That's a hell of a response from Ence. G2 have the money to survive it, but they won't want to lose this round. They're still capable. They've still got m0NESY, JKS, and we know Hoopsy can make plays as well. How will he approach these angles, though? Will he check the box fully? Because Dihar is just around the corner. And it seems he's not going to. Surely this is going to be a free kill. Indeed it is. And then there were 2. JKS on an island now as m0NESY desperately tries to rotate in time. Support flash won't make it fast enough. 1v4 then. Look at that position from Marden. Behind a single block. Unbelievable stuff. The scope is heard. And now they have all the information they need. Up close though. Don't give him the 1v1s. He's still capable of winning this. He can buy regardless. May have just realized that. Continues to press on towards the site then. Snappy on long. m0NESY with these quick scopes, just wanting someone to give him something. But it doesn't seem they will. It's heading towards game point on G2's pick of Ancient. I don't think he saw the bomb there. They'll have to start collapsing soon, but there's still time to rotate towards the A bomb site. However, it will be into m0NESY. JKS drops in the meantime. m0NESY now has to go shotgun mode. He must deliver, but he can't get a second shot off. There's so much position for Ence. Have a look at Nerds. This could be the end of the line for G2 on their pick of Ancient.
It has to be. How the hell do you come back into this? The Kovac cousins will do what they can. But Hunter falls, and Nico surely about to fall behind him. Nuts the first man to fight, but he can't win it. It's Ence to steal away G2's map pick, and we've got a series on our hands.
Getting close to the ramp and cutting noise, but G2 are coming. They've only seen one, and that is C3, man. Pops Nico, though. Very nicely done by him, but there's more fighting to be done. Hoopsy and Hunter coming through now. Keeping the numbers close at least. 3 on 2 in favor of Ence. That's the bomb dropped. Madden and Sunpius coming through. Hoopsy taking one in the face, but still alive. Able to get revenge for that as well. What a difference a Glock or a USP can make. Leaving Sunpius in the clutch then. He knows one has taken a bullet in the face. Piece of paper might blow Hooksy over. He needs to find two. There's Hooksy looking for the info. Down to the last two players. JKS with the crouch will win the pistol for G2. Really down to the wire between these two teams. 40 seconds remain in the anti-force bind. This is where I start to get nervous just watching. But you can see the rotation from G2 now. Hooksy is dealt with, and that is going to allow Ence to rotate towards the B-bomb site. Nico's going to strike over towards A on the ramp, and now the problems begin. They're not on a bomb site yet. They've got 20 seconds to find these kills, and smokes are up. Jumping Snappy tries to clear stuff out, running low on the bullets though. Pius and Diha have big urgency. 15 seconds. He finds one through the smoke. Chance giving Ence a way into this round with the time so low. Very, very nervous stuff, but Nico has an AK. Half health, one more to find. Down to 16 HP. He can't take a bullet. Only needs one onto Pius though. He doesn't have a kit. Pius doesn't know where he's coming from. Touching the bomb, and Pius will be there for the last one. That was a scary round for Ence. Could be lethal if they can get close enough to these CTs.
Early kill over towards B with the two CTs aggressing, but that means they realize mid might be wide open. Again, this similar play, but this time there is the response to deny the mid aggression. Madden will now try and make a hero play, but Nico one step ahead of him. Looks like G2 have been able to handle that aggression into mid this time.
Is another option, but on this occasion, he'll hold on to what he has, which is a fair amount, to be honest, with the grenades and Deagle and as well.
Ence can try and change that in any way, create some chaos. This B site could be vulnerable briefly. Well, Madden looking for this ramp fight, but G2 have been all over ramp in these gun rounds. They get another opening kill in that position.
Hooksy delivering as well. Another 3 versus 5. Look at the lack of respect from Hooksy. Having a whale of a time on the CT side, just running around and...
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was just Hooksy having a good feeling that mid would be open. He pushed all the way through mid, if I'm not mistaken. Their CT side is looking improved here.
m0NESY with plenty of targets coming up the ramp. Oh. They will be playing together here. As m0NESY has the angle. Surely here's the scope. Down they go, leaving Nertz now to try and find something. But he will be denied as m0NESY finds 4 around that A-bomb site.
What an animal m0NESY was in that round. That final shot, he had no right of landing, but you see the utility. It just funnels Ence into this same angle. Makes it really easy for the CTs to win the fights. This one, it's not even looking. He takes a shot. Oh, so quick. Cool to see how much goes into something that you almost take for granted these days.
Have a look at the push that's coming into the site now. Again, the smokes are being used to close the distance. Rifles were collected, but Hunter will take that away. Got to get his reload in now as 2 players remain. See how Nertz is with an AWP then. 2 of these 3 players with kits. JKS moving over. There's no one else there to trade that frag, really. It's an awkward angle as well. Great flick from Nertz, though. Pius hiding as Hunter makes his way to the bomb, but he's baiting. And Pius is a non-believer. He may have just won the round for his squad. Spots Hunter, and there isn't enough time. Ence with the Tech 9s will break the A-bomb site. G2 not sitting back on that one-man advantage. Continuing to poke forward. Hunter's going to be lost though. It's getting awkward for Hooksy. He'll trade over HG grenade and Nertz will be falling back with 33 HP. Nico able to escape the situation as well. m0NESY makes things harder for Ence. 2 remain now, but versus the 3 of G2, maybe there's a chance for them. 40 seconds on the clock. Diha showing presence towards this A-bomb site. A second molly as well. But what is Nertz looking to do? Do they think that there are 2 players here because of those 2 Molotovs? Gets the entry and shows the bomb, Diha. But how does Nertz help him out here? 14 seconds to plant that bomb. Nertz coming in from the back.
Molly?
Nico's down. Bomb is planted. It's turning around now for Ence finally. JKS in the clutch. Both these players are quite tagged. But surely they'll be in a trade frag scenario. He's got a smoke. Doesn't have a grenade or a molly. That would certainly help him here. He has a kit as well. Can see the position of Nertz waiting to pop out with his teammate. JKS up top looking for these players. He knows Nertz is by the sandbags now. But he still needs to find 2 frags. Won't find anything once he's into that smoke. And then so finally been able to breach that ramp. See m0NESY on the side there. It's going to be hard to trade that frag if he gets something from here. There's a flashbang though. Beautiful from Ence. They wipe out the A bomb site. And G2 are broken again. Cancelling things as they considered poking towards A. And they will lose everything on B. 8 rounds then. As Nico creeps towards A. Got a rotation here from Ence, it looks like.
Oh,
they
Hunter.
are pressing forward.
Hello.
Hunter, indeed. He's taken business into his own hands. The bomb will be planted over towards B. Dihar has an angle. JKS must be careful here. Dihar popping out just as the rifle swings out. And Nertz got a nice angle himself as well. That leaves Nico in a clutch then. 1 versus 3. G2 need every round they can get. There's the first one for Nico. 2 more to find. He's got a kit. He doesn't have a smoke. And that clock is ticking. 1 on the stairs. Dihar has been dropped as well. Nertz has only got 18 HP, but he's got a molly on the bomb, and that might just be enough. Nico on the way to get that final kill, but has he got time to defuse this bomb? It's going to be a close one. I'm not sure he's going to make it. It's going to be a close one! 10 rounds for Ence after struggling on the ramp.
Pistol round so important. Oh, that's a big team flash. Not what Ence needed, but Nico will take that all day long. And now Pius recedes into CT, trying to find a cheeky angle that's unexpected, but they arrive all around him. Madden not able to get here in time, so the site has been swarmed. And this is looking like an excellent pistol from G2, starting as they mean to go on.
G2 coming into this one angry.
Snappy's getting so close with all these warning shots. Just not landing. Finally, he gets Nico out of there. Oh, where that came from, though. Hooksy arrives onto the site. A couple of kills for him, but the rotate has arrived here. The pistols for Ence doing some real damage now. And JKS hits the deck. It's only Hunter remaining. And he has to be a hero here, but it's not going to happen. DR with a... He's currently on this B site, so maybe a chance he can get that rifle involved.
An arid round for Ence. What a crap situation to be in. Great round for G2 to build some momentum. Angles being compromised, but that hole gives Pius something. Dihar's found 2. Pius in that mid position. Hasn't seen the cross of the second player, but he's rotating towards CT. And one could creep through the smoke indeed, as m0NESY does the same. He is surrounded. He's got the sound cues. Nico planting the bomb. m0NESY surely gets traded. Won't even find the kill. Nico in a clutch once again, and Snappy will slow him down. Ence survived with 3 with no flashes.
Really helpful for Ence on that hold. See if G2 continue with this. Oh, flash in. Pius had dropped down. Hunter traded early. In the meanwhile, Nertz has found another 2K. Just continues to put up the numbers. And G2 forced into a desperate position in this round.
Oh boy. m0NESY 1 versus 4. He's got 1:30 on the clock, but there's so many people alive. He opts for the AK-47. Dihar may have got some sound cues from that weapon falling to the floor. He'll be dancing around the smoke. Everything taken away. Oh, all right then. What a disastrous situation for G2 through the smoke, and Pius is here for a third. Oh, what a crushing blow. They can't afford to lose like this. What is happening?
Oh, so close from Hunter. How
This
does that
is
happen?
brutal. Absolutely brutal. The man knows his angles and he's rewarded for them. I think he just saw Hunter. You can see the reaction in the teammates as well. Hunter laser focused on Madden. But what about the remainder of the squad? Diha's here to finish off the job. That is a massive round for Ence through the smoke. A third one quickly afterwards, and look what it's done to their money. Holy potatoes.
Oh my god. It's not even like a big spread. Nico's gone. Man advantage for Ence already. Boost about to be spotted here. Nuts plays it in on this angle. 8k drop. Diha with a spray through the wood. It is looking desperate for G2. There is no way in. It's going to be map point. It's going to be series point for Ence. And G2 facing elimination.
Snappy having a look-see. Oh, the HE grenade might go too far, actually. Indeed, it will. That could have been devastating. Nico often devastating with a Desert Eagle. They've gone past the angle, but Madden's seen too many of them. And then there were 3. JKS holding on with 4 HP. And it's just JKS and Hunter now. Some pious dodges, the pistol. JKS with 4 HP versus 4 Ence players. And he can't do it either. 16 to 10. 2-0ing G2. Taking their pick of Ancient and then closing it out on their own pick of Vertigo. That is a